You will vote for the same person that the leader of the KKK is voting for and call yourself Christian. You're brainwashed. That's messed up. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Kira. Subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's get into this video. So, I'm sitting here on election night because I'm stressed and I just needed to talk about some of the things that I'm thinking, and this is what I do when I need to do that. I am consistently surprised by how disappointed I am in people. I am genuinely surprised, which you would think by now I wouldn't be, but I am genuinely surprised at how close this race is. And I'm filming this on election night. By the time this gets posted, I don't know what the results will be. It's like really neck and neck, and I did not expect it to be so neck and neck because it's two white men. This time there is not the issue of race. There is not the issue of gender. It is two white men, and y'all can't just pick the less evil one. You are that selfish. And probably not you that I'm talking to. I'm probably talking to people who voted Biden. Like, I know that my audience, that's how the internet works, algorithms, like, you're probably not going to see this if you don't agree with me. Unless you, sometimes you definitely do if you don't agree with me, but for the most part, like, I know my friends and the people that I know in my life are liberal. And especially, like, I am in Canada right now. But today was the first day that I definitely lost, not that I had that much faith, but I definitely lost a significant amount of faith in humanity and in people, because I think we are all taught to operate under the assumption that, you know, people are inherently good. And I kind of was just thinking that, you know, the reason people go wrong when they're not educated, which is true. And I thought that more education was the answer, which, like, I think overall it probably still is, but also no. Let me start that over. I thought that education was the answer. However, during this pandemic, there has been nothing but resources, nothing but evidence, nothing but proof of why this shit is unacceptable, of how America is racist, of how Trump's presidency will kill the planet and black people and women's rights. There is abundant proof inputting facts and numbers, and 50% of that country will still ignore that. Or maybe, I don't know what their thought process is. I really don't know. I don't think I know actually personally any Trump supporters. I used to, but I really don't think I actually personally know any this time. Which is crazy because I'm like, so it also just made me realize, like, how divided we are just even in what we see and who we interact with. Like, the algorithms have really shaped us into, especially if you're not in school anymore, or maybe if you're living in a liberal place, like, I don't know. I don't interact with people who are Trump supporters or who are super conservative anymore, really. But the fact that there is so many of them for this race to be neck and neck is nuts to me, because I'm like, well, you had the resources. Like, everybody saw the Instagram slideshows. Everybody posted their black square. Everybody posted their black square. But this race is neck and neck. So what's not adding up? Do you know what I mean? And it kind of just brought me to the realization, education isn't going to fix this. Y'all are brainwashed. Y'all are brainwashed. You will vote for the same person that the leader of the KKK is voting for and call yourself Christian. You're brainwashed. That's messed up. That is messed up. To read, especially, I'm not a big Bible person. If you read the whole Bible and out of that you got, I should be on the side of murderers, and you justify that by saying, well, the people who have abortions, they kill babies, they're murderers. And you see the evidence showing that if people had more resources, there would be more support and things would be better. not just when it comes to supporting women, but when it comes to low-income communities, when it comes to Black communities. It shows in the numbers that more resources, that voting blue would give more resources to everybody, and that what you fear would happen less. And the numbers show that if you vote red, more people will die. Whether you're talking about COVID, whether you are talking about babies, because you can try. This is another tangent that I was thinking of, but like the problem is, and I wasn't raised in America. I did take American history though, but from what I can tell, and from my friends and from living there for as long as I did, it's like kind of built into the conscious that it's like, you know, it's selfishness. It's individualistic. Your own goals are more important than everyone else's. And if somebody else disagrees with you, they're wrong. They're evil. I think that's just kind of instilled in you from a young age, to the point where like facts will be in front of your eyes and you will deny them and say, no, that's wrong because I haven't heard of that. And that's not what I think. So that must be wrong because I must know everything. Because I am American. And I must know everything. And if this person, this Black person, this young person, this woman comes and tells me this, that, the other, well, they must be wrong. Because I've never heard of that before. And my forefathers have never heard of that before. So that can't be true. I see that you're dying and I see that you say that you're dying, but it can't be true because I'm American and I must know. I just wish you called yourself racist. I wish you just said you hate women. I don't know why we're hiding it, why we're pretending. Trump says he's done the most for Black people since Abraham Lincoln. I wish you just told the truth. If you are racist, just say that and go. Why are we, it's like this isn't working. This is like we're pretending that we're not racist, but the numbers and the facts of what you're supporting, it's numbers. It's facts. It makes no sense to me. What people will fool themselves into. And I just have come to the realization there's no reasoning with these people. They are brainwashed to the core. Because it's nuts to me. It's nuts because it's not that these people aren't smart. That's the thing. And that's something that I did kind of learn last time. It's not that these people who are voting for him are all stupid. Some of them are very smart people. So then what is the disconnect? What is it? I don't know. A lot of deep-seated therapy and journaling would need to be done to really get to the root of that issue, but these people aren't all stupid. Some of them are very smart. So then what is the blockage? And it's just there's a thing that's been instilled in you since you were very young that you can't get out. And it's worrisome, but it's not fixable. Like, it's clearly not fixable because at this stage where we have the internet and media is spread so quickly, there is no way you can't know by now. So if you are seeing that information and actively choosing to ignore it and convince yourself that you're not racist, homophobic, transphobic, sexist, you're brainwashed. Like, I don't have another word for it. Does anybody have another word for it? Insane. You are on the side of people that wishes I don't exist. But you're gonna talk to me like you're not racist? I don't understand. I would rather you just say it with your chest. I'm racist. Just say it to me. Have the respect. It's like, that's what it is. It's like so disrespectful. The pretending. If you hate a certain group of people, just say that. Because I can see it. I know you can see people dying, and you know you can see people dying. And you know that you are on the side of the people who promotes the people dying, so why are you pretending you don't want me to die? If you're going to be the evil villain, just say that. But I guess I just don't really know where to go from here, because I was trying to explain this the other day. To live in a world to live in a world as an awake person and as a person of a minority group or maybe more than one. To know what you know and feel what you feel and see what you see is a messed up experience because you know what's happening. You know that this isn't right. You know that you deserve more, that you deserve human rights, just like the white man over there. You know that you deserve that. And you see these people, see the unfairness in your society. You see these people, see that things are unfair and not give a singular fuck. Why? Because they're gonna get taxed. They're gonna get taxed a little bit more if they are already making a decent amount of money. If you're not making over 400K, you don't have to worry about that. But, oh, I'm rich and they're gonna tax me. It's just like, it's the ultimate question of what do we have to lose? That is how you can evaluate the weight. And this question came up in 2016 as well. Like, I remember we were talking about it in some of my classes when I was a freshman. And like this one guy was like, it was the day after the election, and this one guy was like, well, people are gonna be upset no matter who won, so. And I was like, yeah, but one group of people would have been upset about their money, and the other group of people would have been upset about their lives. Like, there is a massive difference, and it's so ridiculous to me to even deny it. That's why I'm like, if you're going to be racist, own it. Because this is ridiculous. This is insulting. I have eyes, you have eyes. Our people are dying. Tons of different minority groups of people are dying and being mistreated. And you see that and you say, money, Trump. And oh, what I meant to say before, I got so sidetracked, oh my gosh, was that like with the controlling women's bodies thing, or with any sort of oppressive action, I don't know if you guys have noticed, these people we're not going away. Women and black people are not going away. No matter how much you try to control us, we are not going away and we're not going to give up. So you advocating for the evil side, which don't play yourself. Don't play yourself. You know it's the evil side. You know it's the evil side. Anyways, you playing for the evil side, you're going to get more resistance. Like, you are voting for war. Because there is not going to be a point, has there ever been a point in history where a group of people has just been like, yeah, you're right, you win, I'm out, and stopped fighting? Black people are going to continue to fight for their right to live, so you might as well make it easier on everyone so that there doesn't have to be as much fighting. Because if the inequality and the gap remains so large, there is always just going to be a fight to fix it. So you can accept that fight, or you can prolong it and choose the path of the most resistance and the most chaos. It's going to happen. You can't shut us up. So why wouldn't you just do something to help us, to amend everything? Because us hurting is going to hurt you. That's the biggest thing that I'm realizing, is like, these people are so selfish and have such an individualistic mindset that they can't see, like, your bubble doesn't exist. We are all one. And if you push me, it's going to affect you. You pushing down other people will affect you. This isn't for your greater good. And it's not worth the pennies. Like, humanity. This is a human's right to live. You think that's not worth some pennies when you have millions of dollars? Who taught these people this? What is the point? I really just genuinely don't understand what the point of so much schooling is if people are going to turn out like villains. Save your money. You can be Cruella de Vil for free. Yeah, so my point is, I think I kind of give up on the prospect of, humanity as a whole, being good or having good intentions, or, because, no. I can see where that's coming from, and maybe when you're a baby, but it's just way too in the water in certain places for certain people. I don't want to say I can't expect change. I do think it will happen eventually, I think. But I think less energy will be spent on hoping to change people, if that makes sense. I think as the generations fade out and different generations come in, I think they will hopefully be a bit of a That being said, though, like, there's so many young kids, too. Young people who are brainwashed by their parents. Like, it's like, it runs so deep in the water. It's like a religion for you guys. Hate is a religion for you guys. And it's so interesting how you choose to tie it in with religion when that is not what your religion is about, if we're talking about Christians voting for Trump. And Joe Biden is Christian, isn't he Catholic? You really think that you have to control women to be Christian? Like, this, whatever. I'm not, that's my point. I'm not fighting with you anymore. A racist is a racist is a racist. I don't need to talk to you anymore. People don't change. People don't change. I guess I just am letting go of the idea of people being more educated and making better choices, because clearly it runs too deep. I'm not even saying anything new at this point. I guess I'm just really disappointed. But yeah, like, I will continue to fight within my community and use my voice and everything, but I don't know. I don't know. My expectations for people are lower. So I guess you just keep your... No, I don't know, because politics will affect you no matter what. I don't know. I don't have an answer, really. I was going to try and find a conclusion. It's not working, because this is the end of the world, so... Like, I think what also people don't understand... Another quick tangent, I'm sorry. Like, yes, I'm Canadian, so I can't vote. I can't vote in this election, in the American election. But I think Americans like to think that you guys are isolated sometimes. I mean, I think it's both sides. Some people think it's a really big deal, and some people don't get it. Like, the American president is the leader of the free world. And what y'all do to the planet, that's our planet too. You know what I mean? It's like if you set fire to a singular room in an apartment building, like, that's gonna spread. You know what I mean? It's gonna spread. It's not like you just keep it in the room and you're like, and you fan it and you're like, and like all of us living in the different apartment buildings are standing outside trying to spray water. Like, it's going to spread. It's going to spread. If you ruin the planet, that's our planet too. You know what I mean? And the narratives that the US projects about race, women, it is bigger than just that country. You know what I mean? So it really does affect all of us. But anyways, that's all I had to say. I just needed to do a little election night stress ramble. So yeah, thank you for listening. That's really all I have to say. Don't forget to subscribe, click like, and stay safe out there. This is the apocalypse, so stay safe out there. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.